Hi, everyone. This is Charles Hoskinson broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny. Sometimes Colorado. Today is February 25th, 2023. How about that? We survived all the way till February. It's been a long year. It's been a long month. It's been a long week. There's been a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces. We've been having executive workshops all this week, and next week we have the SIP 1694 workshop with some members of the community. Been traveling a bit, been working a bit. It's been just crazy. At the beginning of the year, I said, "Hey, I'm going to get in shape, lose a bunch of weight, meditate every day." And I was all fired up. In early January, I got COVID and knocked me out for 2 straight weeks, and I just looked terrible. And the brain fog stuck around until about mid-February, and now it's finally starting to recede a bit, and I'm feeling better. But gosh, it's been tough. It's been an interesting year, though. Cardano's on the rebound. A lot of good things are coming. You know, um, Community's doing some really cool, interesting things. Good to see TX Pipe keep evolving, Aiken keep evolving. A lot of really nifty, interesting NFT projects chipping away. It's all steam ahead on four things: HD, UTXO, peer-to-peer, Genesis, and finally 1694. And therein wraps up a long 7-year agenda. And then we get to look to the future towards more exciting things like whatever the hell you guys want. Input endorsers and side chains and Mithril and recursive snarks and all these new magical things that basically are going to change the game. Hydra is still under construction. A lot of good news there. The meetings keep getting larger and many more community members show up these days. I think the MLab guys were there. Sunday was there. We had Cardano Foundation there. They're co-developing Hydra these days. Obsidian was there. It's really good to see all of the community participation, and it's nice to see that the MBO is coming along as well. So a lot of good news on it. But overall, it's a much more mature project, and really having a lot of fun watching Cardano kind of grow up. We had the contingent staking debate not too long ago. And there, over 2,000 people showed up on the Twitter space, and a lot of people had long arguments about various things. And it's less important about pro or against contingent staking. The very fact that so many people take it seriously and want to participate, want to say something, that's a very healthy sign. Ain't no sign of a bear market here in Cardano land. Everybody's pretty engaged these days. So there you go. Having a bit of fun with the media these days. A good friend of mine, Ross Calvin, tweeted out, "Hey, is it true you're buying CNN?" So I said, I can't confirm or deny it. Now, obviously, I'm not. For those of you in media land who are using ChatGPT to write your articles these days, no, I'm not buying CNN. Never made an offer. Come on, guys. I know nothing of traditional broadcast media. We did sign an NDA and look into CoinDesk and certainly explored that. Unfortunately, because I signed an NDA, I can't really talk about where we're at and what's going on. If I had to bet, I don't think I'm going to acquire it. But we'll see where that process goes and how it evolves over time. Anytime when you have an acquisition, that's a very dynamic process, and there's always in the beginning disagreements about what is worth something. If somebody builds something, they tend to think the thing that they built is the most valuable thing in the world. And every now and then somebody comes around and says, "Oh yeah, I agree. That's the most valuable thing in the world you've built right here. Here's a giant pile of money." But more often than not, what happens is that people don't have that same belief. So after some time, perhaps you negotiate and haggle, and you get to a better term. So we'll see what occurs there. And there's certainly a long list of potential suitors, and I'm but one of many. And honestly, I'd like to build a coalition and bring some people together if we're going to do something like that. But I figure I'll give you a brief update. And unfortunately, I can't give anything more than that, and won't give anything more than that. And we'll just see where that goes. In terms of AI, got a lovely new book. I always love showing you guys books. It's The Business Case for AI. How about that? From Kavita. So Gana-san, she's a PhD researcher in artificial intelligence, and basically the book covers a lot of introductions. And so if you've never really thought too much about AI, the science, and how it relates to your business, what she does is she breaks it into a collection of parts. She's got 5 parts in the book: framing your AI thinking, get AI ideas flowing, prepare for AI, finding AI opportunities, and bring your AI to life. And it's a quick read. It's less than 300 pages, but if you're a business professional and you want to kind of understand what's the difference between fact and fiction in AI, the different types of AI, and how they work in a business, what you can do, uh, that's a great book to pick up. And she's a pretty good author. In fact, I'll just give you a very good example of where we're using it. Small example, but how powerful it is. So I do these AMAs, I do videos, and believe it or not, apparently not everybody in my organization has time to watch them. Most don't actually. Um, but the thing is that every now and then I mention something that may be relevant to the organization inside the AMAs. And so how you'd normally do that is you'd have somebody listen to them and they would write a transcript, summarize it, and then say if there's anything that's relevant to a particular department, like I've announced a date or something like that, make sure they're informed. Well, now what we're doing is we're actually taking my videos and putting them in Otter AI. It creates a beautiful transcript, and then we put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, can you give us a summary? So it'll take 10,000 words and turn it to like a 300-word summary. And it's a fully automated pipeline. And then you can even have targeted keywords inside that process and say, hey, if I've mentioned something regulatory, if I've mentioned something about Lace Wallet or something about Midnight or whatever, make sure it gets to the relevant team. Totally automated, no human beings involved. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All right. So let's go ahead and get to your questions.